So all that does is it puts pressure on you to deliver, first of all, and you get super focused on a smaller amount of stuff, and it increases the amount of repetition you're doing and iterations you're doing on one thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think that has an effect, and it's an interesting thing to think about for your own life, I think. Well, for mine is that in business, do you pick 3 things? If you're going for a high quality product, you need to be narrow, I think, and back yourself in. And I think it's something good for me to think about.
Yeah. And it's also a case of do the simple things well. And there's also something that comes from, you said you're not being a scattergun, so you're focused. You're not just accountable to one product, but you're focused on one product. It's not to say to cancel all of your other products. It's, to try and go, what aren't we getting the most value from? And there might be a Pareto thing in this too. What is providing the most value? It could be an 80-20 analysis.
It's like your career. Like, what are the 5 traits that you need to nail to get where you want to go, and how are you going with them? And if you can't outsource them or anything, they're core to what you need to deliver, then start getting better at them. That's what I'm taking from this, is that for me, write down the 5 things that you do that you need to get bloody good at, figure out where you're at, and start looking with the tools that Range teaches you outside, and keep your eyes up so you can put new things and be very disciplined about the stuff you know to be true. I think that's...
Yeah, it's what they call the doubling down, doubling down on your strengths.
Yeah. Or even weaknesses that you just have to do. There's certain weaknesses. I mean, the doubling down on your strength, I think, is good advice, but there are some things that you just have to get better at because you can't get out of them.
Correct.
They're core skills.
Yeah. But there's also things that you aren't good at that you should throw away.
Yes.
Completely.
Yeah.
And so maybe one of the skills that you can't throw away is in business is selling. You can never get away from selling.
So get good at it.
Yeah. And even if you're not the best, if you're an owner, you need to be a decent salesman.
I'm a believer in that everything can be learned, firstly. That's something it took me a long time to figure out, but I'm fanatical about that. You can learn anything, but you just end up, everyone starts at a different point from different skills. Some people are naturally good at something, some people are not. And then everyone's got a different level that they can get to for that particular skill. So you might be here. If I'm a communicator and I might be good at communication, I'll start here. If you're not, you'll start a little bit further back. And our maximum will be somewhere different as well. But you can learn pretty much anything to a point that you'll be able to get by. You may not be the fastest runner in the world, but if you practice running, you can get better than most people at running if you practiced it for years.
But you won't be Usain Bolt.
No, but you can see that on the internet's great for that. You can look up people who have painted every day for 10 years who could barely draw a cartoon at the start, A specific skill you can get very good at with consistent practice. Discipline, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't think that contradicts what we were talking about the other day.
No.
I think it pairs with it.
Yes.